Welcome. You're tuned into the philosophy expand and build upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything is created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes reality. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe can achieve. So you go out there day after day to do the work. The confidence to put yourself out there bold and authentically, even though the success, the creation has not arrived just yet. But you know that the richest place on earth, the richest real estate on earth is the graveyard where dreams and goals and everything else die along with you because you did not have the courage to pursue. You did not have the courage to go out there and make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. So you got this method, the philosophy known as create like a god. This is your man, Jaron Mitchell, aka Jaron Winning Mitchell, because I am a winner and you and we are the master of our fates and the captain of our souls, and we are made in the image of God. Welcome to today's show. Is another remix. I'm going through these remix episodes in video format. Okay, so make sure you go ahead. If you want to listen to the podcast, it's going to be whole new stuff I'm going to be talking about. So this stuff I already talked about before. Have not listened to them old podcast episodes, actually. I will be listening to them, but all those remix episodes, there will be a link in the description in the show notes, and you guys will be getting those. You can go ahead and go back to listen to it. I have it on YouTube as well, but it's not as great as me actually being in video instead of podcasts. It's better in video. I like video. We're going to do that. I keep telling people about podcasts. They tell me YouTube, go you video. So that's what I'm doing. And that's the reason why I decided to do video. And that's the reason why another thing too, which these podcasts, me talking, I talk for a while. Lately, these podcasts has been like 20 to 40 minutes. So, with that, mentioned earlier too, said, wait, manifest in reality, because you did not have the beingness, the courage, the commitment, the boldness to go out there and make things happen. That's going to change because instead of you waiting for things to happen, you go out there and make things happen. Okay. So make sure you keep that in mind. Okay. Not pursuing. We don't want to pursue. We don't want to be the person that's pursuing something that can never be caught. Okay. We don't want to be the one that is running to our shadow. We want the shadow coming to us. Okay. We don't want to run towards the shadow. We want the shadow running to us. Okay, because every time you're running towards the shadow, we're chasing the shadow, we can never catch it. Okay, so today's episode, as you can see, drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. What made me come up with this episode back in 2019? Because there's a time when, I didn't really get much support with my artwork. I was told I got support, I always get support, but the actions wasn't aligned. And you can see all these books back here, right? You see all these books that I got right here with these art. I got some more art stuff. There's some more books and stuff. I was always told, why do you need this? Why you need the book? I was telling from my dad and my mom who raised me, because she said her brother never drawn before, and he can draw out of his head. Okay. But I come to realize, me being around professional artists, they always say, have reference, draw from life. Okay, they never said anything drawing out of your head. Okay, the reason why, if you say those who draw out of their head, okay, yeah, you can go ahead and draw out of your head, but it's best to use reference. And there's going to be a particular person you may say, wait a minute, this is one particular guy that I'm seeing on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram. He's drawing on your head. I know exactly what you're talking about. But however, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get to his level. Okay, you may say, or points where you may understand how he got to where he got. Okay. And I already mentioned the story. There's a story that I mentioned before, but that's what can maybe come up with this episode, because I was always told to draw out of your head. What makes you a great artist is to draw out of your head. And these was my parents, but they was never artists. Okay. My parents are not artists. My mom who raised me is not an artist. My dad's not an artist. Yeah, they drew, they made this some stuff, but they're not a professional artist. These are professionals that I've been learning. I'm going to school. They say, do not draw out of your head. Okay. They say draw from reference. This is from gesture drawings and stuff like that, life drawing, and draw from life. Okay. Because that is like reference. Okay. And I already mentioned some of the points already, but we're going to be talking about this. Okay. This is the remix of this. Okay. And with that, you guys got to understand, like, drawing is a skill. Okay. Always remember that drawing is a skill. It's just like reading and writing. Okay, just like sales, just like business. No one is born a great business person. No one is born to be a great salesperson. Okay, it is a skill that you can use. Okay, it's a skill that you work on every single day. And we're going to be talking about this. I'm going to be talking about how drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't. It's probably good for performance art and stuff like that, but it does not make you a great. It does not make you, oh yeah, I'm such great. I am great because I get the draw out of my head. You know, I'm over here flexing because I get the draw out of my head. It's not like that. Okay. It's really not like that. And you over here flexing and like, oh yeah, I get the flex and drawing on my head. No, it's not like that. Okay. And the reason why I came up, like I mentioned, my mom who raised me was talking about it. She was annoyed because I was buying all these books, buying artist books, stuff like that at the time. She was like, when I was living with my dad and everything, it was like, why you need books to learn how to draw? Why you need this? Why you need that? And this is like from artists that I'm learning. And it's just like, there was always conflict and they never understood. They say they support me, but I never got the actions. And I was trying to explain to them, but they were saying, why do you need that? You don't need that. You're telling me what I don't need, but it's like, I'm looking to improve. I'm looking to get better. I'm looking to become better in my work. Okay. So at that time, it was like that. Even books now, why do you need those books to learn? You know, why you need this books to do this, this, and that, you know, and saying, you know, it was some hurtful things. It was hurtful things. Well, only white people say, only white people do that. Only this and that, you know, and it's just why you got to bring up race? You know, why we got to bring up something that's white people do that, you know, and the whole only race is the human race. The whole skin color thing, I'm not believing that. We're gonna have an episode on that as well, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, but at the end of the day, drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. Okay, when somebody draws out of their head, they don't understand the foundations. They don't understand the fundamental principles of an art. Okay, all the other stuff I'm talking about, which many of you may know, I already mentioned, or you listen to that podcast episode, I already mentioned it, why drawing your head doesn't make you a great artist. You will understand why. Okay, you understand why and how somebody got to a point where they're able to draw out of their head. Okay, someone that's great, somebody got amazing talent, somebody can get talent, understand it right away. Oh yeah, I agree. I believe we can create our own talent. That's something I truly believe in, but it will take work. Okay, somebody gets it right away. Somebody may not get it right away, but it will take work. And drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist, because many artists that are drawing out of their head, they don't understand the fundamentals. And those artists that know the fundamentals are most likely ahead of the artists that's trying to just draw out of their heads. Okay, but most of them, they're just drawing out of their heads. They don't know the fundamentals. They don't know the structure. They don't get the fundamentals of the drawing. Some of them probably just say, oh yeah, but get through those, work through those. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this. Let's talk about why I'm saying drawing on your head does not make you a great artist. Okay, why? I already mentioned the points already. Let's go ahead and get to it. Point number one. Today's topic: drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. Point number one: drawing from life. Okay, every person that I talk to as a professional artist, me going to Antelope Valley College, okay, always said, draw from life drawing, draw from life. Go to a park and draw from life. Even now, me going to the LA Film School, look at life, look at reference, look at life, look through life. Okay, if you're out there drawing, draw from life. If you 3D stuff, look for reference. Okay, no one can, even with 3D, no one not able to memorize all that drawing out of their head or all for the first freaking time. Okay, so draw from life. And your artist looking there, you're looking to be, draw from life. But also, which mentioning this from before, I mentioned it before, but that's the first point. But also learn the fundamentals, which that should actually be the first point. Learn the fundamentals, though, which drawing from life, that's actually one of the fundamentals. But drawing from, like, get shapes, get circles, work on the circles, ellipses, squares, and all that other stuff you see in books, because those are the fundamentals. That's why you go in every book, every art book, and you see all that, because those are the fundamentals. You are ahead. You getting your basics. You getting your basics down. You're able to get the design and everything laid out right. Okay, the compositions and everything right. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and draw from life. Okay, take a picture. Which you could take pictures and all that as well, but that's but drawing from life is like you're actually there. You're physically there. You're watching an animal, and you're going to from me being a place where there's a lot of people, where I'm just sketching all these figures, all these people moving, and I'm just like sketching. I'm catching the movement of somebody, because you're observing. You're keeping your eye on something. But you're observing. That's what it is. You're observing things. Okay, so make sure you draw from life. Do not just go ahead. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna draw from life. I'm flexing. No, 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 no. Okay, you're a beginner. Okay, draw from life. Even professionals draw from life. Okay, and leading to point number 2, today's topic, which is drawing out of your head doesn't make you a great artist. Point number 2, use reference. Even professional use references. That's why I got books and all that. They use references. Okay, they use references, and they don't draw out of it. They try to do it from their imagination. They use references. Okay. Every professional artist talks about use reference, use reference, use reference. So don't be afraid to use reference. Somebody say, oh, make you great artist, you can draw out of here and do all that. Man, hey, if they're not an artist, don't listen to them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know. Okay. They don't really know what the hell they're talking about. So make sure you go ahead and draw from reference, draw from life, especially reference. You can use photographs, you can use photographs and life. Okay, those may be the 2 topics, but learn fundamentals. Learn also using reference from the fundamentals, learning shapes, learning ellipses, learning the different shapes, how these muscles work, how the body work, how it paints, and how fundamentals is important. Learn the fundamentals. Once you learn the fundamentals, you master fundamentals, everything else will be a lot easier because you know the fundamentals. You know how to draw a page. You know how we'll make something, a picture captivating, visual art captivating. If you digital 3D, same thing with music. Okay, learn the fundamentals, master the fundamentals. Okay, it's like that with Karate Kid. Okay, wax on, wax off. Okay, you got the wax on, you wax off, but you're learning some different, fundamentals. Even Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee learning fundamentals, which is, he said, I do not fear the man who practice 10 I did not fear the man who practiced 1,000 kicks 1,000 kicks one time. Well, not 10 times, but one time. I do not fear the man who practiced 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who practiced 10,000 kicks 10 times or something like that. Practicing. Okay, repetitiveness. Keep on practicing. Okay, kind of got a little ahead of yourself, but using reference. Use reference. Use it. Use reference. Draw from life. Use it with your life depend on it, because we're not there. You're not there, especially if you're like an artist. Maybe someone like I'm gonna mention later on. Maybe someone who's super professional drawing for years. That's gonna be a different story. They know the fundamentals, they master fundamentals, and they're using that as a skill. Okay, to test their creative ability. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to point number 3, today's topic, which is drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. Point number 3, drawing is a skill. And I mentioned this. I already said I'll mention some of everything already through the introduction. Okay, drawing is a skill, just like reading and writing. Okay, just like business, just like sales, just like public speaking, just like anything else, it is a skill. Okay, it's a skill. So if somebody says, "Oh, I can't do that, I can't draw," that's a limited belief. First of all. Second of all, if you really practice it, if you really determine, if you really go ahead and sit down and do it, you will be able to draw. And you guys going to see that on my blogs and everything else. You're going to see, like, I was horrible. When I got back into drawing, I didn't know the fundamentals. I was skipping, trying to do the good things at first. Now I understand, like, okay, fundamentals. I'm mastering the fundamentals. I'm mastering gesture drawings, as you can see in this book right here with Evan right there. Look at that gesture drawing right there. Those are the fundamentals. And he's a professional artist. He worked for Marvel. I think he worked for Marvel and DC. He did some animations for Cartoon Network, I believe. But yeah, like, it's a skill. It's a skill. And draw every single day. Practice. Artists are, if you're an entrepreneur, practice drawing everything, practice your craft, and practice your sales, your pitch, and all that. Okay. You're more than just an artist. But as an artist, drawing out of your head, as a visual artist, okay, use reference, draw from life, and master the fundamentals. Point number 4, today's topic, which is drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. Point number 4, repetition. Okay, now let's get to the meat and grease. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's go ahead and get to what I've been wanting to say. If you have not listened to episode 15 of the Create Like a God podcast, at that time was Stay Creative. Okay, I'm gonna have that in the description and link below. Go ahead and listen to that podcast as well. I don't think I was that great at that time. I haven't listened to it, but I will be listening to my own content. Repetition. Okay, as in Aristotle, we are what we repeatedly do. Okay, we are what we repeatedly do. Okay, Tony Robbins, repetition is the mother of skill. And this leads to the person you may be thinking, Jaron, he's a great artist. He draws out of his head. And I'm gonna show you guys. I'll show you guys how he done it. Really show you. You may say, well, how I'm gonna show you on the podcast, because I'm gonna put all things together. Okay, Kim Jong Jin. Okay, Kim Jong Jin. You may know who that is. He's an artist that does this like visual stuff, and you could actually look him up on Proco. I mean, Proco had did a video on him on 2018. He done a video on him. I was just looking at it right now. He done a video on him. Okay, talking about what he done and how he was able to do art just out of his head. He practiced so many damn times over the years since he was a kid. He practiced, drawing so much where it is so repetitive that's deep in his subconscious mind. And now he has it where he's testing his ability, where he more is testing himself now. Okay, this is more of like testing his own skill level and his creative and what he can do, what he's doing. He practiced gesture drawing so many damn times. The fundamentals of all of it, he done that. Now he's in a different level where a story from Pablo Picasso, which from the artist on the book Subtle Art and Not Giving a Fuck with Pablo Picasso. I mentioned that in the last episode, I believe. The last episode actually. He took him like 30 years to get to this, 20 or 30 years to get to this. Where Kim Jong Jin is where he's at right now. How many years he's been drawing since he was a kid, got him to the level where he's at today. Got him at that level. Okay. So with that, to do that, you got to practice so many damn times, do so many damn drawings, do so many different types of drawings where you're able to do it out of your head and do what he does. It's going to take years to master. He mastered his craft. He's truly a master that we should learn from where he's at. Okay, I could be wrong, but I truly believe that. I truly believe that because he didn't pop out the womb and just say, oh, yeah, I'm a little baby. I'm 1 or 2 and I'm drawing. I'm quite sure he got some old drawings when he was a kid, maybe, who knows. But it took time. Even great artists, you look at their progression, they move and you see like, whoa, man, he just took a big leap. Okay, something happened. They kept investing in themselves. They kept investing in skills and got some mentorship is along the way as well. And boom, that's where they got. That's where they at. That's where they was able to get where they at today. Okay, this may be a short episode today, but what we repeatedly do. So build upon a skill, practice, and it's going to same thing, not just with drawing. Okay, maybe in 3D. Okay, you still use references. Use references. Maybe you do a specific car every single time. We're gonna see. You guys gonna see over the years. Make sure you go ahead and go to JaronMitchell.com, follow the blogs. Or the Art of Jaron W. Mitchell, even the Jaron Mitchell story, they're all going to be coming up with the podcast, even with my blogs and everything like that. I'm going to have my daily art journals. Okay. Daily art journals that are going to be dropping every single day. So about time I'm recording this, they may already start. Okay. So just like I have this podcast where everything's pre-recorded, everything is going to be pre-loaded up, ready for schedule for you guys every single day. You're going to see the progress over time, over the years. Okay. Mastering your craft, mastering what you can do, mastering where you can be at, and taking your skill level from where you at from 0 year to 20 to 30 to 40 years from now, and watch you become a master. And that's the reason why drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. Do not focus on at the end or somebody else drawing. Okay. Think like, okay, they got to this level. How many years did it take them to get to this level? That's the question you need to be asking. Because if it took them so many down the years, how many years they've been doing this? Pablo, 20, 30 years. Kim Jong Jin, 20, 30, 40 years, ever since he was a kid. It took them years to get to that level. The years. Okay, failures, a lot of bad drawings, a lot of horrible drawings. I'm quite sure he does a lot of horrible drawings and stuff like that. Okay. So do not let that fool you. Do not let fooling you, seeing somebody else draw their head doing that, fool you and saying, oh man, I can't do that. Their art's better than mine. No. How many years it took them to get to that skill level? And how can I condense those years, how that took to get to where I'm at to now? In which most likely mentorship, learning from Kim Jong Jin. Well, how he done it? I haven't took his class yet. I'm gonna end up taking. I think he has some classes and stuff. I'm gonna end up taking his class. I'm gonna hurry up because hey, we never know when our last day may be on this earth. I got to hurry up myself and go ahead and meet him. Wherever I can meet him or invest in stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and recap today's topic, which is drawing out of your head does not make you a great artist. This man came up with this story, came up with this topic, came up with was my mom who raised him was telling me, hey, Jaren, drawing out of your head make you a great artist. You know, her brother, she was talking about her brother never practiced anything like that. I don't think she knew that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Who knows? Who knows? He was very talented, but he didn't use that talent. He didn't use that talent he wasted away that talent. But that talent he had could have been worked with someone else. But with that, not here to talk about that much of that, but with these recap and giving you that story, the reason why, because I got all these books and I was getting asking questions like, why do you need books to learn how to draw? Why you need books to learn this and this and that? You know, why you need books to do that? They didn't understand that personal development, me getting better and me wanting to master, me being obsessed with learning how to draw and building drawing. So that way I can create things I want to create in drawing. Okay. Point number one, drawing from life and also the fundamentals. Okay. Drawing from life and learning from the fundamentals. Okay. Mastering the fundamentals. These are things you need to master. Draw from life, get some reference and draw from fundamentals and do it so many times. Use reference. Point number two is use reference in your work. Use reference. So that way you're able to learn the fundamentals of every single thing of different types with the drawings, lighting, shadowing, composition, all that, but also use reference and everything like that. Point number three, drawing is a skill, just like reading, just like business, just like everything else. It is a skill and you must go ahead and learn it and you can master it as long as you build and work towards that skill. Point number four, repetition. Okay. We are what we repeatedly do, from Aristotle, one of the greats, philosophers. Repetition is a mother of skill by Tony Robbins, and Kim Jong Jin mastered it. He got to a point where he used all this stuff that he know, took him from 0 to 40, whatever, how many years he'd been working and drawing. He done it so many times, now become repetition. He repeated so many times where he's able to master it, able to master those skills where he's able to draw out of his head and test his limits of his drawing and his creative ability to where to get where he's at. Okay. That's why. And I'm here to show you why, how he done it. Okay. Make sure you guys go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and leave a like on this video and comment below. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you thought about today's episode. And on your podcast, make sure you give a man's a 5-star rating and review. Give me the HBO special there, and go ahead and go to the podcast. I'll go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. And make sure you guys give me a good rating, or it's any way I can improve the show in any ways like that. Okay. So now let's go ahead in today's show. Pole Focus is not where we're at. It's where we come from. Always create like a God. We are the master of fate. We are the captains of our soul, and we are made in the image of God. Create like a God.